What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and today I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm just going to be going over Sif's new uniform, just to see how the changes affected her gameplay. So, today's world boss is Supergiant, so I'm just going to go ahead and take her in here against Supergiant. I'm using Wiccan as leader and Thor as the other character. And I'm using those two because they have a nice bonuses with Sif, so I get a lot of good links with them, and I also get the damage leadership from Wiccan. So we're going to go in here now and use Sif with only her new uniform to see how much better she can play with this uniform. So there's a few changes outside of just what the uniform brings with her skills. First of all, they did revamp her 3-star skill. The one where she goes into that bubble and just stands in place there while she absorbs damage and reflects it back at them. Previously, she did not have damage immunity on this, it was just increased defense. So she was still able to die while using this skill quite easily. She would take a lot of damage when doing this skill. But now she gets a 2-second immune to damage, immune to damage, but she still gets all of the true damage absorbed. So it still reflects back with the attack. So basically that's one of the big changes that really helped her be a more viable character, because now she doesn't take damage while she's standing there in that animation. And then the other big change comes with the uniform and the 5-star skill, or the number 4 skill on the skill pad there. So with that one you get the iframe, so you can get out of harm's way while using this skill. So basically what I was trying out here is just doing the 3-star skill into the 5-star skill. So I do the absorb damage and get a nice burst attack there, and then I go right into the iframe so that I don't take any hits now that I am vulnerable again, because the immune to damage from the 3-star skill is very brief. It's basically only while she's doing that animation. It's only for 2 seconds. So I just use the iframe to get out of the way of the damage right afterwards. So it seemed to work out pretty well because these two skills do have pretty short cooldowns, so I'm able to switch between the two quite easily. So that did help quite a bit in this fight, and as you can see I'm mainly just using these two skills in the battle because they're pretty much the only two safe skills that she has. I do use the 6-star or the number 5 skill a little bit because it does have quite a bit of range. You can be quite a distance away from the boss and use this skill and she will be able to hit them. So that was nice. Alright, so we're about halfway through here. It still does take her almost the full time to kill Supergiant because her damage is still quite low, despite having that burst damage on her 3-star skill. That damage is really nice, but it's just that one hit. It doesn't last over extended period of time, so her DPS overall is still quite low, but the skill changes do make her a lot better of a character. Before, I would say that she couldn't do any world bosses, and she pretty much was just a character that you would level up because you could farm her and you wanted to get a full roster, or just because you liked Sif in general. But now with her uniform, I'd say it does actually make her a viable character. I would not say it makes her a top tier character by any means, but it does make her viable now in game modes, and players that like Sif or want to get her uniform to have another character in the roster that can help them out with world boss or even a little bit of Shadowland. She is now a option for that, which she was not before, so that is a huge improvement. So here we go, we're about to finish off Supergiant here, and Sif was able to do this all on her own. I didn't have to switch to any of the other characters. I pretty much just kited around and used her skills, so that was pretty nice. Okay, now we're going to look at a little bit of timeline. I thought I'd throw in here just for fun, just to see how she does. I saw there was a tier 2 Gwenpool here, so I just wanted to bring Sif in and just see how she could do against Gwenpool, because Gwenpool is a really nice character. She has high DPS and she has a lot of iframes. So I just wanted to see how Sif would do. And as you can see, she gets interrupted a few times because of Gwenpool's iframes. But right there, when I used the 3-star skill, as you can see, that burst damage pretty much one-shotted Gwenpool, so that was really nice. Now we're going to go ahead and bring her in here for this one. I just wanted to test her out against Thor pretty much. Vision was level 58, so I didn't really expect much there. So I thought I'd just have Sif fight all three of them and just see how she does in this battle. Alright, so we just have a 2-star Proxima here. That's not going to cause any problems. Just take her out. Now we get on to Vision, which I thought would be pretty easy, but I forgot about his physical damage immunity, which kind of screwed me over a little bit, but Sif was still able to handle that quite easily. And now we get on to Thor. And pretty much it's the same thing as with World Boss. You do your 3-star, then you go into the 5-star, just to be the safest string with her, and then you can go into the 6-star. Alright, so this last battle here, I just wanted to see how she would do against the Tier 2 Mockingbird. So I just used Wiccan here to clear out Songbird, and then I used him to also clear out the Doctor Strange as well. I just wanted to make sure that Sif had full health. She could have probably beat both of them pretty easily and not taken much damage, but I just wanted to see how she would do against Mockingbird here. So there you go, and you see one of Mockingbird's iframes from her uniform, which is also really nice. This uniform on Mockingbird, I really do like this uniform. It makes her a lot better as well. And as you can see, that damage immunity from 3-star really helps. Alright, and there we are. Alright, so that was just a quick first look at Sif's uniform in action. I thought I'd show you her stats real fast. I haven't worked on her at all yet, so she's not completely optimized. I'm going to look at her more in depth to try to decide what I really want to put on all of her gears and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to show you what I have on her at the time of recording this video and at the time of fighting the world boss and doing those timeline battles. Alright, so just a little bit of dodge there, and also I like that this made a shield and gave her immune to guard break. So just a quick obelisk I threw on there, probably got a better one I can use. The only skill that's maxed is going to be the damage immune skill, her 3-star, just because I want to get that extra accumulated damage, so that's why I leveled this up to max before doing the video. So basically that is Sif and her new uniform. And I hope this helped you a little more in deciding if you wanted to get the uniform, and if you were still wondering if it was worth getting the uniform. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it, because it does change her from a very low class character that can't do much of the content in the game to a decent character that can do a lot more of the content now. So if Sif's a character you like, definitely the uniform is the way to go, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.